Hello everyone, my name is Lucas Mitchell. I'm a dairy calf and heifer specialist for Vita, and today I would like to talk to you about heat stress. So we're in the summer months now, and I'm sure some of you experienced heat stress on your farms. I don't want to talk about heat stress specifically in calves, but rather heat stress in late gestation dry cows and the impact, the carryover effects that has on the calves. Okay, so sometimes when problems originate on a farm, we need to look upstream of where they are expressed to understand where they started. Something that we rarely consider and often forget about is the potential impacts that our dry cow management, and specifically heat stress, could be having on that calf in the moment and really for that calf's entire life. So let's get started here. Maternal heat stress compromises placental growth. Compromised placental growth is going to impair oxygen and nutrient transfer from the dam to the fetus. Also, heat stress drastically reduces gestation length. This reduced gestation length leads to reduced birth body weights by calves. On average, calves born to heat stress dams are 12 pounds lighter than those born to cooled dams. The biggest reason for this is in the last 2 months of gestation, the fetus is developing very rapidly. About 60% of that calf's body size at birth is developed during that period. And so if we reduce gestation length by several days or even a few days, that can have really profound impacts on calf body weight. Furthermore, maternal heat stress negatively affects immune function in these calves. So a study out of Florida University looked at calves born to heat stressed or cooled cows, and they saw a difference in IgG absorption. So they set up a 2x2 factorial study. They had calves born to cooled cows, and they fed them either colostrum from heat stressed cows or cooled cows. And then they had calves born to heat stressed cows, and they fed them colostrum from cows that were either heat stressed or cooled. And what they found was, regardless of colostrum source, calves born to heat stressed cows had reduced IgG absorption. Okay, so it's not an effect of colostrum, but it is an effect of that heat stress within that gestation period. Okay, beyond this, calves born to cooled cows tend to be taller, they have increased weaning weights, they also have more lean growth. And I think these are all really important points because we want calves that are tall, growthy, lean animals. That's the ideal heifer. We want to avoid squatty, fat heifers. The biggest reason for this is excessive fat accumulation, especially in the prepubertal period, is associated with impaired milk production. And indeed, there have been some studies that have showed calves born to heat stressed cows end up going on to have poorer milk production once they enter the lactating herd. Lastly, calves born to heat stressed cows also have below average reproductive efficiency. Heat stress in the dry period does not just affect that cow. It affects that calf, and it's not just a small portion of that calf's life. It affects every aspect of that calf's life for the entire duration of that calf's life. And it doesn't just end with one, okay? These are things that end up being expressed and they get passed on from generation to generation. Heat stress is really an important issue. It's something that we got to get on top of so that we can stop it from passing from generation to generation. We got to get on top of it. So if you guys have any questions about dry cow management or how to manage some heat stress, feel free to reach out to your local nutritionist. Thank you.